Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn.
It's Lydia's Lunch Bunch.
LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. And Erin. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is powered by DuBois Electric, building lasting relationships since 1967. From homes to businesses, their licensed, fully trained technicians handle it all. Repairs, upgrades, standby generators, EV chargers, heat pumps, and more. No job is too big and no job is too small. Learn more at DuBoisElectric.com. Also brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
We have the pleasure of being joined in studio today by Community Credit Union's Chief Marketing Officer, Betsy Sibley. How are you?
I'm great.
And Marketing Specialist, Erin Dunn-Kimball. How are you?
I'm so great. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
The last time I saw you, you were using an excessive amount of whipped cream.
Yes, please explain.
Yeah.
Decorate.
No, we're going to leave it at that.
So, okay, quick explanation. There's no quick explanation in my world, but we had an event to raise money for the walk for ending Alzheimer's, and we had this up at Lost Valley a couple weeks ago, and we had some wonderful people from the community that volunteered to help us raise some funding. We have 2 special people in this room that joined us for that, and then a third special person that came and helped purchase a dinner. And
Yeah, I went for dinner.
yeah,
And
You didn't want to be smashed in
absolutely.
the face?
Incredible. So yeah, no smashing in the face. But Mark, however, he made up for that. He said that he loved like sweet stuff, I guess. And so there was lots of whipped cream. And it was a big pile.
So Mark got pied in the face is the short answer.
Oh, I forgot that part.
It was about 4 pounds of whipped cream.
4 pounds.
Yeah, and she used an upward motion, so it all went in my nose, and I couldn't breathe for like 3 days. Let's tell you a little more about our guests today. Betsy is the Chief Marketing Officer at Community Credit Union. She has been with CCU since 2012. She is active in her community, serving as chair of the Lewiston-Auburn Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce. She's a board member for Healthy Neighborhoods. She participates in the Transformation Action Group in Lewiston. She's a secretary of the Turner Ridge Riders Snowmobile Club, as well as serving on the statewide Awareness Advisory Board for the Maine Credit Union League.
Impressive.
Sometimes
is
I even
impressive.
sleep.
Sometimes you sleep. And with all that, you still fit in time to be a Yankees fan.
Only part-time these days.
Must be exhausting. We're also joined by Erin Dunn-Kimball, the marketing specialist at Community Credit Union. She has been supporting CCU's mission-driven efforts since 2019 with ad design, social media, website content, event planning, and other community outreach. Erin and Betsy co-chair the credit union's Ending Hunger Committee. She volunteers for the Lakes and Mountains Walk for Alzheimer's Committee and serves on the Social Responsibility Committee for the Maine Credit Union League. Impressive.
Wow.
You find time to sleep as well?
Go Red Sox.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We should mention, Erin, that the Walk to End Alzheimer's is on October 4th.
Yeah, great job. You
In
nailed it.
Lewiston at Samard Payne Memorial Park. And where can folks go to learn more about that?
Oh, so we have a website, and it's really long, and I'd have to pull it up, and thank you for preparing me for this.
fb.com/ALZ Maine.
Oh, you're so good. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We're going to talk to Betsy and Erin all about Community Credit Union coming up here in just a bit. But before we do, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, September 23rd.
Jason Walker and his lifelong friend Michael DeLaurier were recognized posthumously with the Carnegie Medal for Heroism. Both men lost their lives after confronting the Lewiston mass shooter on October 25th, 2023. The Carnegie Hero Fund Commission awards the medal to civilians who risked their lives attempting to save others. Walker and DeLaurier were both 51 years old and residents of Sabattis.
The Sun Journal reports that the city of Auburn is considering adding 6th graders to the middle school. A proposed timeline would have the school renovation completed by the fall of 2028. The school board will host a community forum to discuss the proposal. On September 30th at 6 p.m. at the middle school, a second forum will be held in late October.
According to the National Weather Service, the state of Maine experienced a historically dry summer. Maine saw 8.15 inches of precipitation from June through August, the lowest summer total since 1995, and 2.89 inches below average. It was the state's 6th driest summer on record.
And Auburn Public Works will close Lake Grove Park today to begin excavation for a parking lot. The park will reopen tomorrow. And the tax and clerk's offices at Auburn Hall will be closed on Thursday until 1 p.m. for staff training. Online services will be available. Let's take a look at the weather.
Weather, weather, weather. Weather, 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 weather. Weather, weather is the best. Is the best. Weather, weather, weather.
Cloudy today with a chance of afternoon showers. We'll have a high of 71 and a low of 54. Cloudy with scattered showers tomorrow, high of 69 and a low of 57. Rain is expected on Thursday with highs in the mid-60s.
Shall we talk about some sportsy sports?
Let's do it.
This is sad. With only 6 games remaining, the Red Sox are clinging to a wild card playoff spot. They'll visit the Toronto Blue Jays tonight at 7 p.m. Toronto's rated number 1, right?
They're in first place in the East. And it's only sad if the Red Sox blow it, because as of right now, they're in a playoff spot.
Okay.
So it's not all bad.
Clinging.
Yes. Central Maine Community College women's soccer will host Southern Maine Community College tonight at 6 in Auburn.
And the Maine Nordiques are at the North American Hockey League Showcase in Blaine, Minnesota. They'll play the Fairbanks Ice Dogs on Thursday, and the Austin Bruins on Friday, and the Janesville Jets on Saturday.
That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for September the 23rd, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to start off with Jason Alexander, who is 66 years old today. You might know him as George Costanza on Seinfeld. Jason was nominated for 7 consecutive Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series.
Wow.
And he's done some film work as well. He was in Pretty Woman in 1990.
Oh, yeah.
His character was described as...
Guy's a douche rocket.
Yeah,
That's about
pretty
right.
much.
Yeah.
He was also in Jacob's Ladder and Coneheads and Shallow Hal. Legendary singer, songwriter, musician Bruce Springsteen is 76 years old today. He has sold over 140 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling music artists of all time. He's won 20 Grammys, 2 Golden Globes, and an Academy Award.
Amazing.
I am going to guess that was for the song Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, has to be.
Not sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
has to be.
And he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1999.
Amazing.
And singer Julio Iglesias is 82 years old today.
Out.
Yeah, one of the most
82.
one of the most commercially successful Spanish singers in the world, and one of the top record sellers in music history, having sold more than 300 million records worldwide in 14 languages.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't he do that song with Willie Nelson?
I was just going to say the same thing. We're on
Yeah.
the same wavelength. Yeah. To all the girls I've loved before. That one?
Who've traveled in and out my door. It's like just a conveyor belt of floozies.
Oh, shoot.
Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
Erin had to remove her headphones. It was too much.
We didn't warn Betsy.
It was too much.
I liked it.
She's putting it on the positivity pickle.
Rocking it.
Yeah! Perfectly timed positivity pickle. On this day, 31 years ago, in 1994, one of my favorite top 10 movies, The Shawshank Redemption, was released.
So good.
What a classic,
You
huh?
can't watch that enough times.
It's too good.
Yeah.
It's really,
That's
really
one
good.
thing that if you're scrolling through the channels,
You always stop.
stop on it.
33 years ago in 1992, Manon Rhéaume became the first woman to play in a major professional sport team as a goalie for the Tampa Bay Lightning. She gave up 2 goals in 20 minutes, and they lost to St. Louis 6-4 in an NHL exhibition game.
Former Boston Bruin Phil Esposito hired Manon Rhéaume when he owned the Tampa Bay Lightning. They were a new franchise, and he was looking for a way to get butts in the seats. So he signed her, and she did really well.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
146 years ago in 1879, Richard Rhodes of River Park, Illinois, patented the first hearing aid.
Yay.
Yeah, the device looked like a fan and it was held against the teeth.
Huh?
Really? It must have been a lot of muffling.
Talking into the fan. Luke, I am your father.
This is pretty good.
Who did that? I was looking away. Was that you, Pam?
Someone that hit a
See me
pothole.
anyway, so
I know.
that was me.
True.
Yeah.
Someone hit a pothole out there on the way by.
In 246 years ago in 1779, the American warship Bonhomme Richard, commanded by John Paul Jones, defeated the HMS Serapis during the Revolutionary War. During the battle, Jones said his famous quote, "I have not yet begun to fight."
Yeah, take that.
Take that.
Yeah.
And 383 years ago in 1642, Harvard held its first commencement ceremony.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
1642.
Wild.
Oh, wicked smart.
Wicked smart, bud.
Wicked smart back then.
Over there in Cambridge.
Oh, over to the Cambridge kid.
Next to the donkeys, buddy.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for September the 23rd.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Hi, it's Donna Harris from Phoenix No Limits Karate here with your daily safety tip. Keep your phone charged and location services on when traveling. Let's all do our best to keep our community safe.
Don't miss Central Maine Community College's open house and homecoming weekend on Saturday, September 27th. Whether you're a future Mustang, proud alum, supportive family member, or a community friend, there's something for you. Visit cmcc.edu/homecoming for details and the full schedule. Now, we shift focus fully to our guests in studio, Betsy and Erin from Community Credit Union. CCU is so involved in our community, and you have the Gear Up Give Back to help teachers that is wrapping up this Friday.
Yeah,
What's that all?
Actually, Erin and I were like, we've got to innovate and try different things, and we know that everything from COVID changed things, especially in the school systems. And so we're like, I don't know that we should keep doing, backpack giveaways the way that we've always done it. And Erin came up with this idea to do the Gear Up Give Back promotion, and it is very low barrier. People can just shoot us an email at the marketing@communitycreditunion.com email and say, I want to nominate my second grade teacher, Mrs. Jones, because she's awesome and has snacks in class. Like, it's that simple. Like, it doesn't have to be, like she
big
taught me
essay.
the periodic table or like any kind of, it's just, and then we enter all of those entries. We're taking them until Friday, and then Monday, all of those entries will be in a live Facebook drawing, and we're going to give out $300 Amazon gift cards to teachers throughout our service area. So
Nice.
Very cool.
yeah, so it's Androscoggin, it's Franklin, it's Oxford, and Kennebec counties. So it's just an email. And
You don't have to be a member. That's the best part about it. Like, it's really about who is in our communities that we're now serving and how can we help serve them. And it's the beginning of the school year, so how can we put a little bit more positivity, and how can some of the students recognize, some of the positive attributes of teachers and potentially reward them, and hopefully that $100 will help support that student in that classroom as well.
Yeah.
So 3 $100 Amazon gift card, like little bundle things, and we're really excited about it. We've got a spreadsheet that we're keeping track of names, and if somebody has voted twice, or like say if there's 2 parents and there's 1 student, we're we're making sure that they're getting that one vote. Fortunately, they've always been the same teacher. So I'm like, okay, both parents are on the same page, which is really important. But yeah, we're growing the spreadsheet, and we'd love to have you email marketing@communitycreditunion.com, just like Betsy said. And this Friday is the last day to get those nominations in.
Nice.
All right. And you have some free home ownership classes coming up starting tomorrow.
Yeah, so we started this partnership with Healthy Homeworks. I think they were on the show not that long ago.
A couple weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
And so we are offering part 2 in their 3-part series. And so it's a 90-minute homeowners class, and it's really lets, people take a deep dive into their credit and, what they have for savings, and kind of like learn about the homeownership process on the financing side of things. So we do have a class on Wednesday night, but we've held one class a month, so May, June, July, August, and then we've got them scheduled for September, October, November, December. You can find out about them right on our events calendar on the credit union page, and there's lots of community partners that are helping us spread the word, because we really want people to know that homeownership aspirations, we know that it's a crazy housing market, and like homes that were selling for $130,000 are now $500,000, but the market is going to correct, and these are steps that you can take to get yourself in position and in ready for when the right house for you comes on the market. So just trying to help people with that.
And what a great collaboration that is with Healthy Homeworks.
Yeah, they do some amazing things. They're really invested in the downtown. We're right there on Pine Street, so it's the transportation barrier is lower because we're right in the neighborhood. So it really does help to offer that solution down there. We provide a little light supper, sandwiches and cookies and that kind of thing. So it's right after work. It's 5 to 6:30. So yeah, we've had I would say probably 20 or so folks get through the program so far. So
Cool.
yeah,
That's
I
very
like
cool.
that.
Coming up in about 3 weeks on October the 13th is Credit Union Kindness Day.
Is that when we have to be nice to Erin?
I mean,
I guess I won't be here.
It actually falls on Indigenous Peoples Day, but there were some credit unions nationally that would do like a day of service on that particular holiday because they didn't always close their branches. And so they were doing it as a day of service. And this is the first year that the Maine Credit Union League has really promoted it. So we're actually tossing ideas around at our office of how we can celebrate that. And rather it's, some giveaways and some education in the branch kind of like throughout that week, or if it's offering incentive to our employees that go out and volunteer on that holiday. So we're kind of working, a couple of different angles on Credit Union Kindness Day, but, just wanted to kind of uplift that, credit unions are really trying to consciously help put more positivity out there because this is a crazy world and we really want to make sure that we're showing up in a positive way in a lot of places. So.
3 days after that, on October the 16th, is International Credit Union Day.
Yeah, so that has been happening since like the 40s. So that is a long time tradition. And, typically we at Community Credit Union will spend time doing like member appreciation. And oftentimes it kind of trickles the whole month. We do free calendars for our members. And so we usually typically get those out in October because that's when people are starting to like put the old one, the new one behind the old one so that they don't run out on January 1. And we often do other, appreciation things. Like sometimes it's cookies in the branch or, little, CCU swag items that are kind of relevant. We've done pumpkin carving contests before, like letting people vote on those things. And again, it's just another time for us to kind of really let people know about the credit union difference and what that means to our members and how they can engage with credit unions and be part of a bigger piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you know when credit unions were started?
don't get me started on history, but we were actually in Rochdale, England, is when the first cooperative store came together. And it wasn't long after that in Germany, actually, they started the first credit union because they saw how successful these cooperative stores were, where everybody brought like butter and flour and, all of those things. So then to avoid these urban loan sharks, they created credit unions. And I think it was America's Credit Union's museum is in Manchester, New Hampshire. And that was the first credit union in the United States.
In Manchester, New Hampshire?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're so famous.
Definitely a museum to go check out. So that movement over in Europe came over. And we do a lot with history at our credit union. Like we have all of our hotel spaces where remote employees can come in and work for the day. We put credit union pioneers as the names of them so that folks get used to hearing the names like the Louise Herring and the Ed Feline and Alphonse Desjardins and like these major players that brought credit unions to America and then brought them to where they are. Credit unions have been around for, since the United States came around, so
Since Harvard's first graduation.
I mean, we might have been like slightly after that, so
It's like a long time ago.
yeah, for sure.
That was fun to watch you geek out on credit unions.
I mean-
I enjoyed that, actually.
Every new employee has to sit through an hour and a half with Jen Hogan and I, and we literally watch like a 15-minute history of credit unions
love it.
video, and then talk about the importance of knowing how credit unions came to be and why we're people helping people. So,
And if you go into like the main credit union league, they have that wall that sort of like shows some of the history with some of the photos, a sort of a timeline look to it, which is really kind of cool. And it brings it all together for somebody that's working there, that's serving that mission and that vision, and to look at it all in a spectrum to say, okay, this movement, it began at a specific time and it continues to grow, but it continues to take us to show up, to care and to move forward.
It's a good reminder that what the purpose was to begin with.
yeah. Well, and our credit union was born out of the Basilica. And so we've been around since 1945. And back when that was St. Peter and St. Paul's Church, our first credit union was to serve the parishioners. And they basically had, a treasurer that carried a box to and from the church for people to like exchange dollars in. And then, different iterations like came forth where they could like transact on Mondays and Fridays and not just after services, it just, and then it kind of grew, from there. And we've been on Pine Street since the 60s.
Wow.
Like that's, obviously, we did some serious renovations in 2017 that brought it to the more modern look that it is now. But
What, with the flooding and all?
those renovations too. but yeah, it was when I started in 2012. Like we still had like I want to call it velvet, but I know it wasn't. But like the little roped stanchions, like you would see at a church, and and.
I vote we bring those back.
Yeah.
Do they still have them at the movie theater?
They might still have them.
might.
So we've come a long way.
Cool.
It's really cool.
And today people are still kind of showing up sometimes with their jars or boxes with their coin.
So International Credit Union Day is on October 16th. And just in case the two of you wanted to stop by and drop off some presents for us, International Podcast Day is on September 30th.
Oh, let me put this on my calendar.
So
Throw that out there.
everyone
today.
knows. Everyone.
Yeah.
All of
So
our
accepting gifts
listeners.
all day long on
All
the
day.
30th?
We're
Excellent.
just going to hang out by the entrance.
I'm going to take the day off from my regular job, and I'm going to stay here all day.
Get like a big queen's chair and
Yeah.
be like, let your people come see you.
I'm just going to lay on Lydia's bed. I don't
one?
need any special treatment.
She has two. Which one are you choosing?
Wherever she is.
Aw, that would be the place to go.
Yeah.
We need a bed for Lydia in the middle of the office, just in case she gets tired going
we-
from one
From
bed
one
to
side
the
to
next.
the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This morning she was sitting in front of the door with her toy in her mouth, just waiting for Vinny, staring at the door. It's like,
I want to play.
no, it's only because they get a treat when they're both here at
Right.
the same time.
Ah.
He shows
She's
up.
no fool.
Treat.
She's just waiting for her treat.
So you'll have to be here because if Mark wants a treat on like podcast,
Oh, is that how that works?
yeah, well, if
Okay.
we bring one to you, we'll have
He
to make
can't
sure
have a
that Mark
treat
has
unless
one.
I'm here.
In a world of plain cucumbers be a spicy pickle.
Oh, you are, my friend.
What's the dilly with that?
Oh, Erin. We're going to put you up on the thing.
I don't know. You can't erase that one.
It's a good one.
Scott Baio was in the Green Mile.
So very quickly, we were doing FPBs yesterday. And we started off with Scott Baio, and I started rambling about Scott Baio. And then I went back to the document and didn't notice that Bonnie Hunt was under Scott Baio, and I forgot to read hers. So I started reading Bonnie Hunt's credits for Scott Baio. Oops. You'd be amazed how many great movies Scott Baio has been in.
You'd be amazed how many movies Scott Baio and Bonnie Hunt were in together. It's shocking.
And no one noticed.
Nobody
Oh, I
even knew.
noticed. I was like, what?
I don't remember him
right now.
being in the Green Mile.
And I was like, why'd he skip over her? Does he not like her?
In the back somewhere? Was he delivering coffee? Was he?
He would have just assumed he was an extra.
It was an extra. Yeah.
It was a Monday.
It's going to be like a Where's Waldo now to find him. in
Yeah.
these movies.
Yes. I was thinking that. I was like, I'm going to watch all these.
I swear to God, Scott Baio's in this. He was uncredited. Trust me. All right, enough nonsense. I'll cut all that out.
Edit
Why?
that.
I'm going to edit that. Who wants to tell us about this $100,000 challenge month that is happening
They
in
both
October?
pointed at each
They're
other.
Pointing at each other. What's going on?
I'll start. I'll let Erin jump in.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she brought the flyer and all of the details. I'm just flying off the handle here. So the $100,000 challenge used to be something that our credit union participated in with the Maine Credit Union's campaign for ending hunger. And it used to be held in the spring and summer, like June or something like that. We decided to move it to October because, summer and people are not always as engaged in things. Plus, October has 31 days. So that gives you that extra day to raise funds.
Always good.
And our credit union has always kind of celebrated ending hunger and really done a push for volunteerism and things like that around International Credit Union Day. So it really just kind of aligns really well for the credit union space. We are partnering with credit unions across all of Maine. 100% of credit unions participate in the Maine Credit Union's campaign for ending hunger. And I would say the vast majority participate in this $100,000 challenge. And so we are all taking funds or doing a special fundraiser in October to meet this $100,000 challenge. And a big portion of that goes to Good Shepherd Food Bank because they really are the warehouse of food services with pantries and things like that across all of the state of Maine. So we'll be doing some fun things in the branch. We'll be encouraging members. We have a link that we share on our Facebook where people can do a direct online donation that goes right into the $100,000 challenge. But we also do, some in-branch activities. Sometimes we do raffles. Sometimes we'll do like a 50-50 drawing, those types of things to try to kind of, add to what we're giving for that $100,000 challenge. So, we've kind of loosely committed that we'll put $1,000 towards the challenge. So that's pretty exciting, which is a big number. Our committee raises anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000 a year. So that's a pretty big number for us to commit for this particular challenge.
Yeah, and so as Betsy, or you had shared earlier, we both serve on our Ending Hunger Committee. And so that money doesn't just come from the credit union bucket, if you will. It's what we're out there as a committee raising and working towards. And we wouldn't be able to do that without the support of the community. So when we do have these fundraisers, when we do have the 50-50, when we do put out things on the links about how you can support like the $100,000 challenge, it will tie it back to Community Credit Union, the links that we're sharing out. And that just helps recognize, what we've done as our part together, not just the credit union, but membership, non-membership alike. We were saying earlier, we are collaborative. So everyone has a part to do in this to raise these funds. And what better or what worse time, should I say, to help other individuals than now. So there's a lot of food insecurities. Life happens to people. It could be a death in the family, or I should say in some situations or many situations, it is a death that changes somebody, from a stability to an instability place. Also, a medical ailment that's come up. Maybe somebody's lost their driver's license and they can't access their work anymore, or they have never had a driver's license and they aren't able to get anywhere other than walking. So there's a lot of reasons that impact, someone's financial health, which is really important to the credit union. The credit union is really big about giving people a second chance. And that's another thing that I feel really good about why we're working where we are. Life has happened to me, and I've been grateful for second chances that I've been given, and I'm proud to be able to take a part of that on another level for other individuals through the credit union.
Yeah, and Maine is really high. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but really, really high for food insecurity, especially for children. And, obviously we have a lot of working parents in our organization, and it's just heartbreaking to know that there are kids out there that are going hungry. And, there are some supports in the schools, but all of those programs have been kind of under a microscope and some have been slashed. So it's just really an important time for us to keep stepping up to make sure that, these food insecurities, that there's solutions. We have so many amazing organizations, especially in like the greater LA area, but we got to get people to them. We got to connect the folks that need those services so that they can, overcome these barriers and these challenges. And, and so these funds will help us meet those goals and keep those pantries funded and open. So.
And I think it's important, too, that we had done like the Famous People's Birthday and the Campaign for Ending Hunger. This is their 35th year. Is that correct?
Yes.
So even though it may not be the birthday, it's the birth year of, a positive movement forward and really caring about the people in the community.
Yeah, and so we've made a goal to raise $1.35 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so last year we hit 1.2, and so it's a little bit of a stretch goal because, but we really wanted to align that with that 35 years. So
is that why you were like, hey, Erin, do you have any interest in serving here this year?
Let's talk a little bit about Bridges Out of Poverty, class coming up on November 5th.
Yeah, so we, once a quarter, the credit union offers a Bridges Out of Poverty class. We look at what's the stability, instability, poverty, not cresting the poverty line through different types of lenses, individual, community, policy, et cetera. And it's just an opportunity to look at what is your organization doing, and what sort of things are you running into that could be a challenge, and how are you approaching those things. So we mentioned earlier about if somebody's car broke down or somebody lost their license. If you're looking at it from a business point of view, let's just say that right here today, Betsy and I were going to be like an hour late. Pretend you're a doctor's office. We show up. Well, you don't have the opportunity to see all the challenges that we've been through in trying to get here. And if I have children, and where are my children going to go? And so does it make sense if I'm on like some state or federal assistance for you guys to then add on like a $25 showing up late fee on top of those challenges, and is that helping me? And so really it just kind of gives you the opportunity to deep dive into what our organizations are doing and who you're serving, and are you looking at what are you doing right, and then also what are some of the things that you could potentially change through the lens that you're viewing it for. So,
and the November class is really geared towards individuals, and so we're encouraging local employers to send their staff, especially like supervisors, because this will give them tools of how to meet people where they're at. How do you show up in an empathetic way and listen to what the different challenges are and help them either connect to resources or align different things in their their universe so that they can show up and be a productive employee. And sometimes the supervisors have to have these aha moments. We're like, oh my God, this is why this is the chronic behavior of this employee, because they now understand that, folks that have lived in instability or are going through an unstable period of their life, they need these additional supports. And it can be that simple that the supervisor is able to step in and do those things. And we offer it as a free class. It is for 3 hours. The one on the 5th is from 1 to 4. Are very grateful for our partners at the Chamber. They handle the registration process for us. So you can go to the Chamber website and sign up for that for free. And we usually have anywhere from 20 to 40 people in the class. And so that's a good place for people to network with other like-minded individuals and can do some small group work, where you have a table of 4 or 5 people and you can get to know those people. And it's just a great way to network, but also to build additional skills for, folks that are, supervising people that are right on the brink, which is a lot of people these days.
Yeah.
Community Credit Union is so much more than a financial institution. You are doing amazing work.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that you would like our listeners to know before we move on to our final segment?
If you have anybody out there with a child or a grandchild that's in a classroom, they have a favorite teacher, get your nominations in. $100, it depends on how it's used and how it's stretched, but it's still $100 that can help with, children in a classroom. And I think it's important to recognize our teachers. I feel like we've gotten away from, it's so quick for us to look at what somebody else is doing wrong. And I think it's nice when we can actually focus on what they're doing right.
Yeah.
Well said. Before we get to 3 random questions, where can folks go online to learn more about Community Credit Union?
Erin manages our website, and she makes sure all the information is out there. So if you go to www.communitycreditunion.com, nice long website so everyone can get that. And it has, you can open an account or apply for a loan. You can get product and service information. You can see our event calendar. You can, download different things. So
Calculators.
Yep. Green Path Financial Wellness, which is, a free financial literacy platform. So all of it's right there on the website.
And if you want to geek out on our history, we have some of that too. Join Betsy.
Sure do.
All right.
Next year marks 30 years of Uncle Andy's Digest. What started as a beloved print publication has grown into Lydia Media, a full-service marketing partner helping local businesses thrive. From LA Metro Magazine and the Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast to social media management, website design, and advertising across all platforms, we've got your marketing needs covered. If you're a business making a difference in our community, let's connect. Lydia Media is here to tell your story and help you grow. Lydia Media, in business, for business. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com.
Erin and Betsy, we like to close out the show with a segment called 3 Random Questions, where each of us will ask you a question that has nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far. Solid. We're just trying to get to know you a little better. Sound good? Yes? No?
They're not sure.
They're not sure. All right.
Just gonna have a chug of my coffee to.
Oh, we should have brought them in on Tasting Tales today.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been all ready.
All right. 3 random questions, and we'll start with Erin. Erin, who is or was your celebrity crush?
Mike Bordick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you get to meet him?
That's just one of them. Yes, I did meet Mike Bordick. Yep. So you guys know Mike Bordick used to live in Auburn, if I remember correctly.
I don't even know who Mike Bordick
So
is.
he used to play for Maine, and then he played for the Oakland Athletics and the Baltimore Orioles at one point.
Yep.
But my favorite was when he was on the athletics crew. Absolutely adored him. There was a gentleman, Mr. McCumber, that coached him, I think, in Maine, and he worked next to J.L. Hayes at the time, and my parents used to work for J.L. Hayes, the hardware store on Minot Avenue. So they had met Mike through this gentleman, and we had an opportunity to go one day and meet him. And so I thought I was doing the right thing by packing like a Hannaford brown paper bag and filled it with every piece of Oakland athletic stuff that I ever owned, plus articles and cards. So I went with a big, at one point felt so bad. I asked his wife, Monica, if she would sign my book because I felt like she was being left out, and she, not intentionally. So yeah, it was, absolutely. I thought he was adorable, and I was just so proud to cheer for the Athletics. That's like the one time that if they played the Red Sox, I was truly torn.
All right.
Nice. Love it.
Good answer.
And he was an all-star in the year 2000. Heck of a ball player. All right, Betsy, who is or was your celebrity crush?
Mine's like super boring compared to that. Like I would probably pick like Matt Damon because, standard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a East Coast, celebrity and, handsome and in all the good movies and typically played like badass character. So like people swoon over that, so.
He was also in the Green Mile, right?
I'll have to check the credits.
I think Mike Bordick might have been in the Green Mile. Yeah, Matt Damon. That's a good pull. He was in The Departed,
Departed.
right?
Awesome.
I don't go to the scary movies. I was like thinking, Good Will Hunting and The Bourne Identity and that whole, I don't even know. There's like 19 of those now, but
The Bourne Identity has like a body count of 350.
I can do like the action, thriller type stuff. I just like the spooky stuff is harder for me.
Gotcha. All right, who's
Headed
next?
into the spooky season, so.
We'll start with Betsy. What's your least favorite smell?
Well, I just discovered this 2 weeks ago. My kid after rugby. Wow. Like we
Worse than hockey.
We never did hockey or football, so like I didn't have that experience. And he literally came home from the rugby game and he sat down his weeks of college laundry. This was like the end of September last weekend, and the whole house, it was like a explosion of locker room. It was so awful. It was 9:00 or something when he got home, and I was like directly in the washing machine, and we are going to run that, and I don't care if it sits wet and gross all night because it can't be as bad as it is right now.
Just run it a second time.
Yeah, I'm just
Run
like
it again.
I'm like, this free and clear that we use for your brother's skin is not going to touch this. We're going to have to go out and buy special deodorizing something. Like it was, so that's my new least favorite smell.
Wow.
Like it's toxic. Like
Brand
in his
new,
shoes. I don't let them come in the house anymore.
Wow.
Outdoor only.
Solid. How about you, Erin?
I have two.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm scared.
C. diff.
Huh?
When somebody has C. diff, like digestive stuff going on, it is horrendous. If there's any like medical workers that are listening to this right now,
I know
anybody,
exactly what you're talking about.
it is horrendous. If you aren't certain, maybe CMMC will let you walk up by a room or something like that.
Oh, that's okay. I'll take your word for it.
Maybe on the
good.
30th, non-gifting day.
It's a treat. I'm good.
Yeah, I would say that's something that you just won't ever forget. Mark, is yours whipped cream?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
It used to be like rotting fish. Now, here's the thing, ready? I used to work on a lobster boat. I had done this for a couple summers. And for some reason, it went from stomach turning to a part of the day.
You liked it.
Not the smell on me, but like the
Good, because
purpose.
no one else
and-
likes that either.
Yeah.
It's almost like a
bait.
nostalgia kind of. Yeah.
It's the bait. It's like, I don't know. It's now if I smell it, which don't get me wrong, I don't smell it very often. But like
not
if I go out to
seeking it out.
if I go out to the coast and I get a whiff of like something like that, then I feel like I'm back in a specific place at a specific time. I'm on the water. Sun's rising. I'm listening to those gulls. So it's kind of like a trigger. Like I love the smell of crayons, but I know that it brings me back to a little old green crayon box, right? So anyway, I don't know why I just went there, but yeah.
What is the naughtiest thing you did as a child? And Betsy.
I grew up with two sisters, and I was the middle, and I was supposed to be the mediator, but sometimes I was the enforcer. So there was a lot of fisticuffs. And you I don't know, like I see these families now and like all the little girls and like I'm like, geez, were we abnormal? Because like we came to the fists a lot, and maybe that was just like the 80s, but
We were feral.
Yeah. It was just a different thing. Like when my boys start getting into it, brothers expected hand-on combat all the time. Like I shut that down, but I don't know if like we just got away with it a lot more. But I would say, I mean, my younger sister went on to become a black belt.
Oh.
Because she wanted to be able to scare off her bigger sister. So
Okay.
I feel like that was probably my naughtiest. I mean, I never hospitalized her or anything. So I always knew when to stop.
Gotcha.
But
Holding her by her ankles outside the window. All right, I should probably stop now.
yeah, pin her in the closet,
Yeah.
Erin?
Are you like me? Like, I can't answer this on air.
I am pleading right now, and I just don't want to incriminate myself or others. So this is like the worst question to be asking. I hate this question.
She can plead the fifth, right?
I stole lifesavers from a store. My dad caught me. He made me bring them back. I was mortified.
I stole a Milky Way, same thing. My mom was like, "Where did you get that?" I was like, "Over there." And she was like,
I think, like, if I was to answer it, like, truthfully without, I think punching or kicking a hole, and it really didn't make a huge hole, but kicking a wall and leaving a dent and then seeing it every day, like my mom had to like wallpaper over it, and it was like this. It was never like a true straight wallpaper. Yeah, that would be, but I was emotionally charged. I was a child, and I'm not going to say what caused that to happen.
"Fair enough."
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you just say that was lame?
so maybe there's a little warning behind me and Erin. We are a little sparky, so watch out for our tempers. I'm pretty sure we've been therapied, so we're in better places now. But
Still being therapy.
I would say a lot of our listeners have naughtier things that they've done
Yeah.
as children. So
Yeah.
Have you seen our listeners? Oh my God.
Yeah, I look at one every day in the mirror.
And we appreciate you.
Yeah. Oh my
We should
goodness.
probably move on.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
All right. Erin and Betsy, thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you had some fun. Thank you for sharing all of the great information about Community Credit Union. And don't forget to stop by with gifts on September 30th for International Podcast
marking
Day.
my calendar right now.
All right.
When's the show going to start this morning?
Mark, did you hit record?
Ah, jeez.
He did.
Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and DeBlois Electric for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat.
And I will